Morning Woodhounds, Craig here. It'll be another cutting video today. I'm gonna head over to the dump, see if they have anything. Last time I was there, they had some new River Birch that got dumped there. So I'm gonna go try and cut on some of that with the Echo CS-501P. I might take the trailer with, the Flow Cargo Max 8-foot utility trailer. But we'll see. There's been another Woodhound that's been there, so I'm not sure how much of that River Birch is left, and I don't really feel like hooking up the trailer for a small amount. So that's the plan. It's really windy today, so that's why I'm going to do the intro here in the shed. But I'll bring you back once we get to the dump. Stay tuned. Oh yeah, another reminder, if we hit 500 subscribers, I'm going to pull off this car cover here, reveal what's underneath, and go for a cruise. So if you're watching and you're curious about cars, hit that subscribe button. Thanks. Well, should have brought the trailer. It's pretty windy again, sorry. But there's some River Birch that's here. And it's all in pretty good condition. Not too crotchy or limbs hanging off. Some good poles in here. So I'm gonna see if I can fill the Maverick. Again, I think like I said in the intro, I thought about bringing the trailer, but chose not to. So we'll fill the truck and I might be back for more. All right, got the Echo CS501P warming up. We'll start with this River Birch log. It's nice and straight, so we'll mark it, then we'll get cutting. Got the first log bucked up. Went pretty smooth. Got to be careful out here though. Lots of dirt and rocks. And this River Birch bark could definitely have a few rocks hiding underneath it. But it cut good. Some decent chips. I think next we're going to work on some of the River Birch in here. right, got some carnage made, a few logs bucked up. There's another real nice log in here. Problem with this one though, see that? It's covered in rocks. So this one looks decent, pretty big. This one I think is rot. So we got rocks and rot. Might be able to get a few pieces off these two. We'll see. First I'm gonna load up and see what we got to work with. Alright, all loaded up. Some of those rounds were decent size, so it doesn't take much to fill the truck when they're that big. Yeah, there's still more river birch in here. I think like I showed you, some of it's got some rocks on it. So maybe I'll come back with the leaf blower, try and blow some of that off. But there are a few good poles still in there. I'll give you a quick tour before we head out. There's a pile over here, variety of different stuff, but there is some honey locust. That's what's on top here. Some more stuff over here. I actually saw this log last time I was here, but I'm not sure what it is. Here's the bark. Here's the end grain. Another end grain shot. The twigs. So yeah, if anybody knows what that log is, let me know. I'm not sure what it is. Just some more stuff over here. A lot of this has been here for well over a year or two. A lot of pine. You might have saw it on a previous video, but this was a pile that I took from already. It had a bunch of cut up rounds, which I might come back and grab some more. There's still some okay length ones, a little short, but I like short for my wood stove. And all that over there is a lot of pine, red pine specifically. All right, let's get this load home and we'll see if we come back for another load today. Stay tuned. Made it back to my little wood yard. I'm gonna stack it over here somewhere. Ideally, I'd be putting it kind of next to this existing stack, but I have a whole bunch of pallets stacked up. And I don't really feel like moving the pallets, so it's just gonna go right here in the front. Does make my little drive in here a little tighter, but shouldn't be a big deal. I'll probably be splitting this up, you know, in maybe even this weekend yet. So not a big deal. Let's unload it. All right, there we go, all stacked up right there. If anybody's curious, it's 7 feet wide and the tallest point is 3 feet. So whatever that equals out to be about. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'll be doing with this after it's split. If I'm gonna, you know, put it in a pile for mixed hardwood for heating next year. Typically, I've been doing River Birch for campfire wood just because the bark's usually on the messier side and people might not want that in their house if they're burning in a fireplace or a wood stove. But I think we'll see how it splits. If it splits real nice, it will go in the home heating category. If it's kind of stringy and ugly looking, it'll be campfire wood. Either way, some nice looking rounds. Some cool designs on some. Well, that should wrap up this video. Quick little dump score this morning. Load of River Birch. It was probably under an hour driving there, measuring, bucking up, loading, driving back home, and unloading. So not bad. Good way to start a Saturday morning. Appreciate everybody watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a good day.